Don't leave the grain in there though. Like lure it. Don't leave it in there. So I want it to be what the appeal is. That's all right. Okay. So what I would do, are you right-handed? So I would hold it in my right hand, and I would try to feed her with my left hand. And then you may at first have to kind of go like this. You could, try to feed it up on her nose. You can even, I don't remember how I did it, to get it on her nose. You might just be able to get her on her nose, just let her feel it land on her nose. Try to hold it there while she eats. And then see if you can't. And then the next, don't worry about this part, like let that hang for a second, and then the next mouthful, it snaps pretty easy. It has a pretty easy snap. Yeah, and then after you slide it over her ears, you just literally just rock it out. Yep. You itchy? You might find out that we're all going to be really good friends if you let us do that for you. You want you itchy? You can bite me if I try to scratch you? Huh? Just don't freak out because my arm is officially stuck. If she tries to, she'll break my arm. Okay, there. And she only needs a little taste of that. Oh, well, wait a minute. You should see what Daisy's like. Daisy's just like, hey, scratch me. And if I move away, she's like, no, 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 scratch me. So, and cool is that she's so short that I can reach over her to get her used to kind of like the over her experience. Till I know what's going on with her hind legs, I'm not going to start her. I'm not going to break her.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to sit on her. No, because I would have had to sedate her. And she's not stable enough, I don't think, with her hind legs, that I'd be afraid she'd fall over.
I probably could have just flipped it over, but I didn't.
No, but you can certainly, if it's on, I'll be happy to see that. Okay. Yep, just kind of smoothly. Yep. So don't go as slow as you're going. Just kind of smoothly, just get her done. Okay. Because I don't think you're going to have trouble. It's just a matter of you committing to going over her ears and then just being ready to, just smoothly. Yeah, just like you're kind of just swiping over her head. And then just tip your hand to where it falls off your finger and your pinky, your thumb and your pinky. Yep. Good job. Good job. And then next bite, you'll do the snap. Let her have it while you're doing the snap.
What? Because the way she looked
No, I didn't say anything.
at her. I my damn phone.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna want this because when she's 5 years old and she's, a cool little riding horse, you're gonna want to have all these memories. Let her have it. Let her have it while you're. Good. Ah. Yeah, that was the charged threat. She flipped her when she flipped her ears back. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, the only thing is just don't forget, she doesn't know what no means. She doesn't know what at means. Yesterday I used at and hey. Like when she really kind of came at me, I was like, hey. And that's gonna, you know what that's, I use that for. So it's the same thing. It's kind of like a mental half halt. So that'll help her if you want to use like hey as like a correction, or you can use at, but just so you know, like you're using something she's never heard. She doesn't know that it has correction value to it. So it's not gonna, you say no to her, she's gonna look at you like, yes, she has no clue it means something negative or.
So if you back it up with
Yep. So yeah, you should basically that's giving her a definition to the word. So if you needed to say no to her, like say she was putting her nose on something that you didn't want her, and you said no to her, like no, of course she's not going to know what no means. You're going to have to give that a definition by being like no and shooing her away. Then she'll learn no means. I usually for stuff like that I'll say leave it, so that they don't touch stuff. Right? Right? Hi, monkey face. You're going to be a nice girl. We know you are. You're going to be a nice girl. We know you are. You are. You're going to be a nice girl. Okay. I hate the bull snaps. For me, they're just awkward.
Yeah.
So she allowed me to just kind of snap right on her. So just have her come over and snap right on her. And then what you're going to do is we're going to try to find some itchy spots. And you'll be able to control her not showing you her tail. Now, she already understands the wiggle, which is to get her away from you, which is to back her up. So you'll use that if she pins her ears. If she flips her, because she does it in kind of like a light switch, right? Just like,
Yeah.
okay? So as soon as she flips her ears, then that's when you can go at, and you can give her a wiggle back. You can give her a wiggle back. Okay, then she's going to learn that it was about being in your space, and the at was corrective. Okay? And then by holding the lead line, you'll be able to control, always keeping her nose towards you and never letting her hind end get around. She's not strong enough to get her nose from you, so we don't have to worry about like a rope halter or anything yet. Okay. Well, we'll see.
No, it's not.
Okay. So allow her to have that. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to see if you can't touch her neck and look for some itchy spots she had in itch. I don't mean to get in your way. I was just trying to stay, but I don't want you to open it. Yeah, I don't want you to open it too much because I don't want her to come blasting out too.
I want her on my face.
Yeah, that's good. So ask her to back out of your space. She knows how to back up. So back. Yep. There you go. Good. So she's desperately looking for grain. So ask her to back out of your space again. You're going to go into her space. Good. And then you want to make sure that you drain your energy so she knows that she got the right answer. Good. Now go up to her and see if you can touch her on her neck. If she were to flip her ears back, which we know is fast when she's going to make a naughty decision, then you can get, you can be corrective with the line. Yeah. Yep, turn it right into a scratch. Yep. Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
Making sure.
No, that was correct.
I don't want to give her a chance to even.
But did you see she put her ears kind of back up right away? Like, oh, I wasn't supposed to make that ugly face. Touch her on the side of the face if you want. And then, and then move away. Let her know that that's all. Yep. So you just want to be like, see, I'm going to touch you, but I'm going to leave. So it's approach and retreat. I'm going to touch you, and then I'm going to leave. The only reason that I want you to start doing, like, kind of quickly getting your fingers involved when you touch her on the side is because you want her to realize that that touch has a pleasurable thing attached to it instead of just touching her. Because once we can get her believing that you're coming with something good, then she's going to want that affection. but she may not just want you to touch her. Good. Oh, for sure. Because you got to remember that they're single faculty learners, so they learn like pretty much the first time something's taught to them. And as long as you don't mess it up, which I'm not saying you, but in general, people, multiple hands, people talking different things to them, then they get confused and they're asked to guess too much. Here, we're going to keep this black and white, and she'll learn and stay learning and won't be offended by the lack of clarity. Yep. Touch her cheek first, and then leave. Touch her cheek, and then leave. Now, if you need to, you can control which way her nose is going. You can slightly tip her nose that way to touch her past her cheek onto her neck. Slightly tip her head with the line. Good. That was nice ending expression. If you want, you could give her something to eat too, to let her know that, you are still, yeah. Good girl. Yeah, it's like you almost want to have like a fanny pack, right? Yep, so just hold tight, hold tight, hold tight till she gives. Good. Good. So I'm using the word here as a come word. So come here, come here, come here. No, it's okay. Just so that way she learns there's only one word she has to figure out the definition to. It freaked me out. Like, it fell in my hand. I thought I had like a bug just crawl in my hand. Good. So in her case, I wouldn't get too crouched down for my backup. I would, just because we want to make sure that we can get upright quickly, right? So you're only going to bend slightly at the waist. Yep. And you're not going to look down. You're going to stay with your head. Your head's going to stay straight up, and you're going to just kind of bend slightly at the rate. You're going to kind of give her this "I'm coming for you" expression instead of bending down at her. You can bend at her when you invite her to you. Okay, go ahead and ask her to back up, and first start off with your body language first, so she learns the body language. Nope, your body, like you're gonna, just what we just described, just bending. So first it's suggestion with your body, then the line. So the line comes second. Okay, so we want her to be able to respond to you telling her through your body language to move. And we're gonna make that tap on the chest the very last thing we do. Okay, so we're gonna I don't want to upset her if there's two of us in here. You're okay. I know, two of us scare you, huh? Yeah. So let me just borrow her for a second. I just want to see if we can explain to her that there's something good in this for her.
Leave this spot for you.
It's okay. I'm looking for the. So that wasn't too mean. She's actually offering to scratch back, which is fine. I don't want her to scratch back. Don't let her do that yet until you know what she's going to do with her teeth. So that's just she's offering to scratch me back. She doesn't care for the shoulder yet. I know you want to give me nice rubs back. I'm going to do it this way. Okay. I knew your chest. Figure somebody's calling. Can't be calling. My thing just closed. So now the trick would be, can you get her to ask you? Sorry, I got her. Good. Can you touch this side? I come bearing gifts. That's my gift. Would you like another one? Would you like another one? Yeah? Would you like another one? You're not sure yet? So there's food to choose from. So, like, if you were standing in here with her in this case, right? Just have prepared to pull this line through your hand. Like, right now, I'm just holding her nicely. I'm not, like, giving her any tension. But if she were to suddenly spin, I can run my line right through my hand and get a hold of her nose. As long as you can get a hold of her nose, you can get a hold of her butt. You know, you can control her butt. So I don't want to satisfy this itch because I want you to, you know, get a chance. Because if I satisfy it, then she's not going to care anymore. So I'm going to give her back to you. I just want to back. So first it's your body language, back. Then it's the wiggle, back. And I would really make the tap in the chest very last resort because it causes a little bit of a flip of the ears. Back, 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 back. Good. And then you're just going to, you know, your body language has to drain. So she, there, and see there's a big sigh, lick and chew. Good. Okay, I'm going to give her back to you. Yep. No, didn't get anything good. Yeah. Well, no, she did. I think she did well last night. I really do. So be cautious, but don't be sneaky, right? Kind of assume she's going to like that. You can use the line to pull her nose off of you if you need to. You know, you can have it short enough to do that if you need to. Because we're not going to want to drive her nose away yet, because she'll perceive that as being swatted at. And then here's where you want to watch her ears, because her ears will tell you, I believe it's the main side. She does not like the crease of the shoulder and the neck. She likes the, on this side she did. Yep, you can control her nose if you need to, so she doesn't bite your arm, just out of even love. And just watch her ears. When her ears flip, you can drive her out of your space. And that'll help teach her that the ugly faces are not welcome in your personal space. Nope, she was just looking to give back. It's okay. There you go. There you go. So now I would make it a lighter scratch so that way it's desirable, but you can't possibly satisfy it. So think of like the muzzle of another horse. She does not like it in that spot on the other side. Good. Yep. Now go to another spot, allowing all the line to go limp between the two of you. So you kind of like reel yourself away from her and go to another side and see if she comes over and asks for you to. There you go. She's already. Now, if she were to bob her head at you, it's her kind of way of telling you that she's offering sort of a threat at you. So that a bobbing, like if you walk away from her and then she comes at you bobbing her head, don't automatically get upset with it. Just kind of know that that's potentially more of a suggesting you leave kind of gesture. Good, good. That was nice. That was really nice. And again, don't get scratching because you want to make sure that you keep it where, yes, it's clear that you're trying to satisfy, help her with an itch, but not like do a deep tissue type scratch. Oh, I know, but I don't want you to satisfy it. Otherwise, you're going to end up just running out of, Because she's not going to let you touch her past the withers today. Not likely. I mean, you could try. You said you were able to touch her on the butt through the bars. But if you are going to try to touch her at the withers, I would make sure that I have the line where I can get it quickly to swing her back away. Yep. And don't let her get too much of her nose going the other way. So always imagine you want to keep her on a slight arc with her nose towards you, no matter what you're doing. So go ahead and go towards the window and see if she comes with you without actually asking her to come with you. Just see if she comes and asks you for a scratch. Yeah, I wouldn't too much turn my back on her as much. You know what I mean? So you're just going to kind of back away from her. Just kind of back away from her and see if she'll come and ask you for nice. Good girl. Be nice if she actually presented you with her throat. There, that's a nice expression. Good. Go ahead and stop on that expression. Good. Let her get her tail. Good. Good. Yep, step away and see if she'll come with you. Good. Go ahead and, if you want, kind of go to the corner knowing that you might have to chase her back out of your space, but go to the corner and see if you can. There, wait.
Go ahead.
Yep. She would probably let you touch her. See if you can touch her just a little bit further down the mane, if you can get towards her withers, but don't get greedy. And don't wrap that rope around your hand either. Even though she probably only weighs about 300 pounds, 400 pounds, she could still break your fingers. Yep, don't get too much around her. Try to just reach from where you are. Just see if you can go kind of down her neck towards her withers, and then just watch her ears. Her ears are going to tell you if she was just offering back. It's okay. No, she flips her ears flat. She's pretty good at flattening her ears, so that's not a bad look yet. That's a thinking look. Yeah, she's not upset. And then leave on that nice look. Yep. So that's going to be your goal, is to be able to touch her, and even if she has kind of a backward ears, but not flat, obviously, you can stay until her ears go forward, and then you can stop on those forward ears, so she knows that that's good girl. So now give her a chance. Yep, give her a chance to follow you and ask for more of that. Don't turn your back too much on her. There you go. Yep, you gotta keep an eye on her. Good, look at her. Good girl. And just stand there for a second and see what she does. That's fly related. She was about to. What's the matter? Yeah. Good girl. Yep, don't let her get her tail towards you. Now remember, you haven't done that side that far down yet. So try, but just always remember which eye you've worked with, because you don't know which. Because she doesn't mind her shoulder rubbed on that side, but she didn't like it on the side her mane hangs. No, you can try both sides. You're gonna have to try to make her an even horse, so you don't want to do too much on one side. And she actually likes more on that side, but I'm just reminding you hadn't gone all the way that way yet. You're okay. Yeah, and you can talk to her, Yep, she was just offering it back there. She's like, where are my friends? I know they're over there. I've been pacing that fence. I know they're over there. Okay, so now I'm going to have you get yourself back towards the door, and you can bring her with you, but get yourself back towards the door. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you unsnap her. You're not going to take the halter off. You're just going to unsnap her. You can give her a little snack for a second. Good.
Before taking the lead off?
Nope. You'll take the lead off and be prepared to, be able to leave. then you can give her some of her grain. Like you can even put it down on the ground if you want. You can give her some of her grain, give her a break from our attention. Let you catch your breath, because I'm sure you've been holding your breath this whole time. Yeah, and she does have the potential to be a food aggressive horse, so we're going to want to get ahead of that. Yeah, I noticed it yesterday. Right? No, that's okay. The more you mess with her while she's eating, the more she feels secure about somebody being near her food. Because that's what that is it, she's so young that she can start thinking I should defend my food, and then it can be a lifetime of that behavior. So we want to make sure that she always believes that, just like when you have a puppy, or an aggressive eating dog, putting your hand in the food bowl while they're eating, it's kind of the same concept. Like, no, or be ready to take it away from them. Be like, nope, sorry, you can't have this now. Yeah, that's why I wanted you to get out of there, and I wanted her to kind of digest that all of that was good stuff instead of overwhelming her. Because sometimes you can stay longer than, if like when somebody stays 3 days longer than they should have when they visit. It's kind of the same concept. Like, she may still actually like you, but she's done with you. Yeah, so we want to make sure that we don't ever outweigh or outwear our welcome. Is that what I meant to say? Outwear your welcome?
Yeah. Or you're welcome or stay.
Okay, yeah. We just want her to look forward to you coming back, not looking forward to you leaving. It's just it's the black and white. As long as we all, like, I'm not moving. If you're not moving, we can always stay on black and white with her. And as long as it's always black and white, she'll always go forward. She'll never turn back. It's the unfortunate horses that have a trainer, then they go home to their owner, and the owner has no idea, never got the owner's manual, and they do their own thing. It's kind of what's happening with the police horses. They get trained, and then the police officers don't actually know the training. So as long as we stay on the same page, she may take a step back in review, and then she'll probably take 2 steps forward in progression. Every day, probably a step back in review until she trusts you 100%, which this is a huge improvement already. Okay, so now what I want you to do, I want you to actually take the food without planning on grabbing her. Take the food out so that way she looks forward to you coming back in there. But if you take the food away and come right in, she's going to just see you as being the food taker. And just watch her ears as you bend down and go to take the food. Yeah, and then just give her a minute so that she recognizes that you don't really have to be connected to the lack of food. And even if you want, because you're going to probably want to distract her enough, you come in with that olive branch of extra handful of grain when you snap on. So now you're the nice person that also brought her, oh, I can't believe you lost your food here. Here's another bite, right? So she doesn't perceive you as stealing her food from her. She's very pretty. I hope she chooses, because like one of the things I really like about Dewey and Daisy is they always have very perky, expression on their face. And she has kind of that Katie thing sometimes where it kind of hangs off to the sides. And Katie, it's hard to get her anything picture with her ears forward. It's like she flashes them forward, and then you're like, you didn't get the picture. So she has her ears forward quite a bit. We can teach that, but I'd like to see if we can help encourage it. Okay, so go ahead and go in there with the intention of just going in there to bond with her. That's all you're planning on doing. Once you give her handful of grain, then you're going to ask her to back away from you, and then you're going to approach her. What, to feed her at the same time? Yeah. Yep, get her out of your space. Get her, yep. Good. No, that time it was appropriate to get her out of your space. That time she was kind of like, yo, how much more food you got? Which pocket's it in? Yep, get her out of your space. Yeah, and you can get as loud as you have to for your protection. Now see if you can go pet her. Like you never hold a grudge. There you go. Good. Okay, that was a nice question. Back. Okay. Good. So don't forget to say the words she's trying to learn. Because you said as your backup, right? So we need her to learn the word back. So you got to be really clear about what words you use, and she's still needing the definitions. Good. And this is going to really help her learn patience, right? And it's hard to get a little baby to have patience. That's why your sessions have to be short and kind of sweet, so that they're always pleasant, but yet building on the last. Don't forget to say back. It's okay. Can't leave any of it out yet. See if you can get down to her withers. See if she'll let you get down to her withers. Yep, she likes it. Okay, now go ahead and see. I know she's got a lot of focus on her food, but go ahead and see if you can move to like towards the window and see if just reel yourself out and see. I know it's about the food right now, but see if she can realize that you're the next best thing to the food. Yeah. Remember, that's the other eye. And try, even though you do need to be cautious, but try not to look sneaky. I know it's hard. Good. Yep. Yep. Okay, see if you can send her into the corner. So you're going to send her like you're asking her to walk on. So you're going to kiss and point her into that corner. Put energy only on the shoulder, but kiss for her to go that way. She doesn't know it now, so just yep. Good girl, good girl. Good. Leave her alone, leave her alone. Good. Now, I'm going to have you tell her to stay there. I'm going to have you back to the corner again, to the door. I'm going to have you back to the door again. Reel yourself out. Ask her to stay there. She moves, tell her, no, wiggle to tell her to stay. So she's moved, wiggle to tell her to stay. You back, wiggle to tell her to stay if she moves. Wiggle. There you go. Good. Now invite her to you. And we're going to see if we can't get her to where we're going to get her to allow us to take that halter off. I don't want, because she's very distracted by the grain at this point, I don't want to turn this into a like a pushy experience. So I want to see if you can get the halter off of her, and then we're just going to feed her. Yep. Huh? So you're going to touch on both sides of her face, see what you've got as far as her expression. Good. See if you can get up by the top of the thing. Wait. Just now you're going to go away first. Going to go away first. Yep. Don't get greedy. Go back to close to the ears again with both hands. Slide up, slide up, slide up. Nope, don't take it yet. Okay. One more time, and then, so we're going to do it one more time without taking it, and then the next time we're going to take it. And you're just going to lift it kind of up and over the bells of the ears, because the bells will catch it. Okay? So first, one more, touch it up by the ears, even if you, nope, don't try to take it yet. Next time. Okay. Back her out, back her away, back her away. Make the tapping around the chest your last resort. Good. Touch her on each side of her face. Good. Go away. Good. Don't jerk away. Go away. So it's very smooth. Okay, go ahead and touch her on both sides of her face. Like it's like you're like, oh, I love you, and then go away. Good. Okay, now see if you can get up closer to the ears. Good. Now go away. Now if you can get a hold of it evenly, and you have to lift it off the bells of the ears, and then just try to smoothly slide it off like you didn't even do it. So it's just one like smooth motion, not fast, smooth. Good job. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and give her food, because she's getting irritable and I don't want to blow it with her. Okay, and the only other thing with that is, even though, no, close it, go ahead, is when you just now were telling her back to clear room for you, you didn't make sure she did back. Okay, so all that stuff has to be 100%. I said back. If back doesn't mean back all the time, then she's never going to learn it. So in other words, you told her to back, and then you just put the grain down anyway, right? Even if it was a teeny scooch back, she would have responded properly. But she actually didn't respond properly, and then you still gave her the grain. So we just want to make sure that we always get what we're asking for, even if it's the slightest effort. Okay? Good job.